Pete Alonso, in many ways, is a symbol of the 2020 Mets. After hitting a walk-off home run on Thursday, best win of the season, with the game on the line on Friday night, he popped up in foul territory. As the Mets, every time, they take a step forward, they take two motherfucking steps back. Biggest series of the year is going to be this series against the Phillies, and now they're already guaranteed of probably getting swept after losing game one. He said that's just how the Mets go. 5-3, errors in the field. I mean, it's just... They make Jake Arrieta look like 2015 Jake Arrieta. It's just... That's how it's been all fucking season. All fucking season. Meanwhile, the Yankees, recovering from that devastating loss on Thursday, split a doubleheader against the Orioles. They won the first game in 8 innings, 6-5. Lost the second one, 6-3. Aaron Boone just continues to be the most befuddling manager, maybe even more befuddling than Luis Rojas, although with the Yankees' injury problems and bullpen problems and playing so many doubleheaders, it's kind of hard. But if they would have won that first game, they would have. They won the first game, so that's 19 straight wins over the Orioles, and they just fell short of 20 straight wins over Baltimore. Another doubleheader. There was a shitload of doubleheaders on Friday night. It was the Twins winning the first game 2-0 against the Tigers and sweeping this series with a 3-2 win in 8 innings. It was the Blue Jays and Red Sox playing two. In the first game, the Blue Jays won 8-7. And the second game, the Blue Jays were the home team, but they lost 3-2. Oh, what a weird fucking season this is. Also playing a doubleheader were the Nationals and Braves. The Braves won the first one 7-1, but lost the second one 10-9, despite 2 home runs from Ronald Acuna Jr. and a grand slam from Freddie Freeman that tied the game. It was the Rays over the Marlins 5-4. Tampa Bay is now running away with the American League East. Brewers beat the Indians 7-1. Pirates in 7. Well, this is another doubleheader. Pirates won the first game of a doubleheader 4-3 against the Reds. And in the second game, they won 4-2. So they swept the Reds won the first game 4-2. Too many doubleheaders, 7-inning doubleheaders. Does this season even feel real to you? The 7 innings, runners on base, this is getting tiresome. Oh, Manfred, you suck. White Sox beat the Royals 7-4, now in first place. Cubs beat the Cardinals 4-1. Angels in 11 beat the Astros 6-5. Go fuck yourself, Houston. Mariners doubled up the Rangers 6-3. The Dodgers, who never lose, beat the Rockies 10-6. Now 30-10, by far the best team in baseball. I tell you what, if the Dodgers don't win the World Series this year, oh baby. Padres over the Athletics 7-0. And the Diamondbacks over the Giants 6-5. Pair of Game 7s in the NHL in the Western Conference. So we now know who the Western Conference Finals will be between the Dallas Stars and the Golden Knights. Both had 3-1 leads and averted a disastrous 3-1 series blown. The Stars game was a wild affair, as the whole series was. Back and forth all game. None more so in the third period when the Avalanche took a 4-3 lead and the Stars tied the game 10 seconds later, eventually winning the game in overtime. Joe Kiviranta, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this name exactly right, Joel Kiviranta, had a hat trick, becoming the first player in the NHL to have a hat trick in a Game 7, scoring the game winner in overtime. This is the first time this has happened since Wayne Gretzky in 1993. I mean, if you're putting yourself in the name in this same company of Wayne Gretzky, you're doing something right. And Thatcher Demko, outstanding again for Vancouver, as the Knights just threw everything at him. The Canucks could not get a shot on goal. I mean, even in a 5-minute power play, they only had one shot on goal. Were being outshot 30-6 at one point, and eventually and finally, the Knights scored with about 5 minutes left, and the Canucks pulled the net, and the Vegas had it 2 more goals late to win the game 3-0. But Thatcher Demko, what a performance again! I mean, he almost single-handedly took the Canucks to the conference finals. The last 3 games, the Golden Knights had a 3-1 lead, and they outplayed the Canucks in games 5 and 6 and lost both because of Thatcher Demko's play. Maybe not so much game 6, but game 5, I mean, this guy just stood on his head. And it just wasn't enough, as the Canucks' inability on that 5-minute power play ended up being the difference in this game. I mean, they only had 6 shots on goal for like the first 2 periods, and that's with 3 minutes of that 5-minute power play in the second period. That's embarrassing. But the Knights deserved to win the game. They won the game. And now we'll face the Dallas Stars. And one of those teams will be in the Stanley Cup Final. Meanwhile, NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks. What the fuck? What the fuck? Milwaukee Bucks, the favorites to win the NBA championship. They have folded. They have crumbled. They have crashed. They have burned. Miami Heat have not lost a game in the playoffs. 3-0 series lead. Epic collapse by Milwaukee in the fourth quarter. Outscored 40-13. Embarrassed in the fourth quarter. Ashamed of yourself. Take away the MVP from Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's how bad that performance was today. 40-13 in the fourth quarter. What an embarrassment. Milwaukee, you are the Milwaukee Sucks. Nobody fears the deer. The deer are dead. Oh dear. Let's mount their carcass on your mantle, Miami. Final score, Heat 115, Milwaukee 100. And in the first game of the second round semifinals there in the West, the Rockets, after playing a 7-game series, came out with an impressive performance tonight, stunning the Lakers 112-97. Now, Lakers lost game 1 of the first round and bounced back to win the next 4. Can they do the same here? That's what's going to be mean to see.